So welcome to Surah Yusuf, the most beautiful story ever told. This isn't just a story of a prophet, it's a story of betrayal, jealousy, patience, power, heartbreak, forgiveness, and divine timing. Every human emotion is packed into this surah. It's not just for the intellect, it's for the heart. So part 12, surah by surah, Surah Yusuf, chapter of the prophet Joseph. From the pit to the palace, trusting Allah's plan even when life falls apart. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. To my dearest brothers, my sisters, seekers of truth, weary hearts in healing, reverts navigating their new life, and all of you beautiful souls trying to find meaning in your struggle. Now, someone once said, Rizwan, Surah Yusuf sounds like a Netflix drama. I said, if Netflix had Surah Yusuf, it would shut down everything else because this is real and it's divine. So grab your tissues and your Quran because this surah will make you cry, smile, reflect, and rise. So here's the overview of Surah Yusuf, chapter 12. It has 111 verses. It was revealed in Mecca. Its theme is hope, patience, and trusting Allah when life doesn't make sense. On the special note, this surah was revealed during the year of sorrow, when the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, lost both Khadijah and Abu Talib, peace be upon them. He was heartbroken, and Allah sent this surah to heal his heart and ours. So let's break this down like a movie, but real, raw, and Rizwan style. Scene 1, the dream of destiny. I saw 11 stars and the sun and the moon, and I saw them prostrating to me. That's in verse number 4. So young Yusuf tells his father, Prophet Yaqub, peace be upon him, about a powerful dream and a dream of greatness. So the lesson we can learn from this, sometimes Allah plants a dream in your heart before the world sees your worth. Scene 2, jealousy, a betrayal by blood. So let us kill Yusuf or cast him away. That's in verse number 9. His own brothers, driven by envy, throw him into the well, alone, abandoned, and forgotten. So the deepest wounds can come from the closest to you, but Allah is never far away. Scene 3, sold into slavery, but protected by Allah. Yusuf is taken to Egypt, sold like merchandise, but yet he remains patient. And Allah is predominant over his affair, but most of the people do not know. That's in verse number 21. So even when life feels unfair, Allah is still working behind the scenes. Scene 4. Temptation in the palace. The wife of Al-Aziz tries to seduce him. A young man, alone, far from home. He said, I seek refuge in Allah. That's in verse number 23. He chooses prison over sin. So real strength isn't power, it's purity. Scene 5. Years in prison, but still grateful. He interprets dreams, he uplifts fellow prisoners, and yet he waits, forgotten again. Indeed, I have left the religion of the people who do not believe in Allah. That's in verse number 37. So even when society rejects you, be a da'i, a caller to truth. Every prison can be a pulpit. Scene 6, the rise to power. After years, the king calls for him. He interprets the dreams of famine, and Yusuf becomes the treasurer of Egypt. Indeed, we see you as one of the doers of good. That's in verse number 36. So Allah's plan takes time, but when it unfolds, it's better than you ever imagined. Scene 7. The reunion with his brothers. His brothers come for food, not knowing he's the same Yusuf. He forgives them. And there is no blame upon you today. May Allah forgive you. SubhanAllah. That's in verse number 92. So forgiveness isn't a weakness. It's a prophetic strength. Scene 8. The dream comes true. And he raised his parents upon the throne, and they bowed to him in prostration. It's in verse number 100. Everything he saw as a child, every low, every betrayal, every moment of loneliness, it all made sense now. So when Allah writes your story, even your scars become a staircase. So the reflection I have today, if you've been betrayed, remember Yusuf. People can throw you in a well, but Allah will raise you to a throne. If you're struggling with zina or temptation, remember Yusuf. You can say no. You're not weak. Just ask Allah for help. If you're in prison, literally or emotionally, remember Yusuf. Your story isn't over. You're just in chapter 4. So if your family hurt you, remember Yusuf. Forgive, heal. Don't carry poison in your heart. So the hidden gems of this Surah Yusuf. Yusuf never complains. Even in prison, he talks about Allah's mercy. Yaqub, peace be upon him, cries until he goes blind, but he still never loses faith. The entire surah is a linear. One story, one message. Trust Allah. So here's a message to the reverts and the young Muslims. If you've been hurt, if you feel unwanted, if your family turned their back on you, if life doesn't make any sense, Surah Yusuf is your letter from Allah. He sees you, He hears you, He's working on something for you. Just keep trusting Him. So in my dua, Ya Allah, give us the patience of Yusuf and the wisdom of Yaqub, the purity in temptation, the strength to forgive, the courage to rise after betrayal, the eyes to see your plan when nothing makes sense. Let our lowest moments lead to our greatest chapters, and let us always trust in your timing and not ours. Ameen.